Hello, beautiful souls, and happy Monday. It is Linda Joy Ben here for another episode of Soulful Ascension. This week we have the new moon in Cancer. And this new moon is not just your ordinary new moon, it is powerful because we also have Jupiter in Cancer and the energies are really intense. But we also had the solstice on the weekend. And so, what I'll be talking about today is going into more of the practices, especially with the solstice, because we're planting seeds for the next 6 months, but also with the Cancer, because it's an emotional, it's all about, it's a water sign, so it's all about emotions and what you can do for your self-healing, healing the past. This is a time of self-discovery, healing any childhood trauma, any family trauma, and healing the past and honoring your feelings. So this is such an expansive time for your emotional growth, for your spiritual growth, for your soul's growth, and really coming back into alignment with your heart, with your soul, with your higher self, with your true self, because anything that is challenging right now really boils down to a thought that you're holding on to, and that's what's keeping you blocked. And this is all goes back into the patterns and the programs from our childhood, that we're still holding on to those old programs, and we're holding on, and stopping ourselves from this amazing awakening and our initiation of growth and the upgrades. So each week I talk about, shifting consciousness, expanding awareness, stepping into the new version of you. Well, right now, with the energies and where the planets are, and the energy has just been really intense. So if you've been feeling quite emotional, it's all got to do with the Cancer energy and the alignment of all the planets, because there's so much movement going on intergalactically and planetary and in solar systems, and our multiverse and our universe, that's all helping each and every one of us to be and to step into who we truly are as a soul. So that's what I will go into more of in today's episode. And also, I would like to say big thank you to all the new subscribers and followers in my YouTube channel, as well as on Spotify. So thank you for sharing this with your friends and family and loved ones, with the messages that I share each week for the Soulful Ascension, and also invite you and let you know that the next intake for the Ben Method Academy is on the 8th of the 8th, which is also the Lionsgate portal. And I felt into this, the 8th of the 8th felt really aligned to bring the next group through. And it's only going to be a very small group for this one, because we go deep into all the Ben method training, as well as the 5R renewal program training. And so it's step by step in the online portal, but each week you get to meet with me, and that's where we go much deeper. So especially with the energy right now is all about nurturing and nourishing you and who you are, and come home to you, come home to your heart, come home to the love that you are, come home to your spirit, And so that all is the whole relationship that we've got with ourselves, but also our relationship with the divine, with source, because this is about you coming home to you, your true authentic self, who is all part of source energy. So that's the process I go much deeper into in the academy. Though today, what we're going to go into is the energy that you may be feeling right now. And it could be lots of deep emotions coming up. And this is also feelings of anxiety or overwhelm or just any it's like the energies and the veil is lifted and the energy on the earth is so light that you may be feeling extra sensitive. And especially on the weekend, we just came out of the solstice. So the summer or the winter solstice, wherever you are in the world, that's just amplified everything along with Jupiter. So this new moon is potent. This is so much more than just planting new seeds. This is a deep renewal of your soul. This is a rebirth and a reset, because with the solstice, it's about the still point of the light and the dark. And this is why I keep saying and reminding you to stop and go within and sit in stillness, sit in quietness, sit and just meditate or breathe and just listen. And actually, funny story, I had an appointment last week, and I went into the office and there was ants on the ground, and the guy said, sorry, I don't know where the ants came from, but yeah, they were crawling on the floor. Anyway, and I actually commented and I went, I love watching the ants. It's like you go into this quiet meditative trance, like where you just watch the ants. And because if you watch ants, it's quite it just really slows down everything, stops the mind from chattering, and you watch the ants and they're always looking for, they're on a mission, but they're looking for that crumb or they're looking for something, they're searching. And so the reason I share that story is because ants, like that busyness of constantly searching for the next thing. But with this new moon, it's really about coming into stillness and really feeling into what emotions are coming up for you, and to feel every emotion that's coming up for you. And if it's feelings of anxiety or fear or any stress related emotions, well, you can transmute it into love. And when you slow down and just go, whoa, okay, I'm feeling this emotion, and how can I, what's it telling me? So feel into the fear, whatever the fear is, and then transmute it into love. Because really, there's only two emotions, love or fear. So, what are you focused on? But that also relates to our thoughts. What are you thinking about? Because your thoughts are emanating and radiating out to the universe, but your thoughts will dictate how you're feeling. Your feelings will create an emotion. That emotion will be either love or fear based, and then you're radiating that energy out into the universe, and the universe will respond to whatever message or whatever your thoughts are saying. So if it if you're radiating, I'm stressed and I'm overwhelmed and this is too hard, or I can't do this, or I should, or I have to, and all these stress comments, and delete, delete, delete. Um, well, the universe is going, okay, your wish is our command. So if that's what you are putting out, we will just obey your instructions. So this is how humans actually operate, right? So it's really about you coming back into alignment with your true intentions, and especially with planting new seeds for this new moon, because the seeds that you plant for the next 6 months and the next 12 months, because the next solstice is in December. So the energy is so potent right now, and especially just the next few months. What you are planting right now will actually dictate your whole future. And so if there's so be very intentional about your goals, your intentions, what you are creating, because remember, you are co-creating with the universe. And and with Jupiter, because Jupiter is such a big planet, it's all about expansion, it's about growth, it's huge. Everything is amplified. It's also about you receiving those big ideas, those and your wisdom, and also expanding your energy field, and know that you're protected. But this is about your emotional growth. So be very, when you're writing out your goals and in your intentions, big, think big, and then just say this or something better, and just know this or something better is waiting for me, and this is what I choose. And you can write it out. And in my new moon course, I actually break it into different categories, and so that course is available on my website that you can do, and it's an evergreen course, so you can actually do this process every new moon and create a vision board. Though when you break it down and you're writing about each of the categories, and then just go this or something better, because the universe will always give you what is for your highest good and destiny. So this is about you recommitting to your vision, your dream, and being aware if there's any fearful thoughts, any doubt, any worry, any concern, all that little chitter chatter, who are you to get this thing, or do you deserve it, or you're not good enough. So this is the emotional part that we're actually cleaning up right now. And one of my mantras that I've been teaching for decades now is I release, I surrender, I let go. And this new moon is not only about planting new seeds, but it's a very powerful time of self-healing, going within and really feeling any residual childhood trauma, family trauma, any of those old programs and patterns that are still lingering, where you're catching yourself still doing destructive behavior, or those annoying habits where you really want to change that habit, but something's stuck that's keeping it still operating in the now moment. And just know that you have the power to change whatever it is. So, for an example, an addiction is just a way of numbing out that emotion that's coming to the surface to be released, to be healed, and then fear comes in and it's like, oh, I can feel this emotion coming up, and then it's like, quick, I'll do my addiction and squash it. And that cycle is what keeps bringing your energy down. That's the cycle that keeps repeating. But it's quite that saying, if you keep doing the same thing, you get the same result, and it's what insanity means. Well, it's true. If you keep doing the same cycle that's bringing your energy down, well, that's where it's like, put your hand up and work with someone who can help you with whatever that is. Okay. In these recordings, I don't have specifics when I'm working one-to-one with somebody. That's where I'll go into that actual example. But for all of you, think of something that you are still yet to heal right now, and go deep. Really feel into the deep emotions and keep feeling all those feelings that are coming up for you. Okay. Because this is all about you nurturing and nourishing you, which is what the Ben Method Academy goes much deeper into. And I invite you to apply for that. You can go to lindaben.com, and on the menu, you will see the Ben Method Academy, and then just click on that page and you can click on the button that says by application. Like I said, it's for a very small group for this next intake, and it's a sacred space. So when you apply, I will interview you and make sure that the people that are coming in this next cohort are all in alignment for their personal and spiritual growth. And so this is a really powerful, exciting time for our next step, for our growth, for the evolution of humanity. And so if you're interested in applying, please do. Anyone can apply, and then we will have a quick chat just to see if now's the right time for you. Okay, so also what's coming up with this new moon in Cancer and all the emotions is this, to you're having quiet time, and allow yourself to feel those emotions. So if you want to cry, allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to feel all the emotions, and connect with your inner child. This is a lot of inner child healing right now. Healing those parts that may have not got the nurturing mother energy from when you were a child. And that's one of the reasons I created the Ben Method, because I chose a family where I wasn't nurtured or nourished, quite the opposite. But that's why it's so important for us to not look for love or acceptance or validation or approval from the external world. This has been a beautiful lesson of loving and nurturing yourself, loving and accepting yourself. This is about self-discovery and knowing who you are. And when you can truly get that and embody that, you are free, you are liberated, and you're not looking for validation, especially with mother wounds. There's a lot of mother child relationships and attachments. So an example of this is if you're mother uses guilt or manipulation or, to hook you into, oh, come home, I haven't seen you, or don't leave home, and I need help, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's you healing that part of that mother wound where you feel guilted into always obeying and doing what others want you to do, and doing the people pleasing, and this ties into the codependent relationships, and feeling obligated to always do what others want to do, whereas this is about you coming home to yourself, being true to yourself, and healing that part where it's like, no, I don't need to keep buying into that story or giving energy to that. And when you can truly just love that part of you, that feels the guilt or the shame or whatever the emotion is, you will feel so free and liberated. And this comes back to boundaries. One of the areas I specialize in is burnout, but the only way that you get burnt out is the overdoing of trying to please and everyone else around you in the external world and keep up with all the demands and all everything that's required of you, and that will lead to burnout. When you can go, no, self-care for me, that's why I created the Ben method. It is advanced self-care for the soul, because only you can do this deep inner work. No one else can do it for you. This is such a time of renewal, and the rebirth that we're all feeling as we go through this massive transformation on the planet that we're all feeling. But with the solstice and the balance of the light and the dark, and we also are on a planet of duality of the light and the dark, and we're seeing a lot of the darkness come to the surface. But if you get caught up in all that fear and the drama and the chaos, that will also bring your energy down. Just trust. And I don't want to get too much into the politics, and I know that there's a lot of horrible stuff that's going on, especially with the wars right now. Send love and compassion to every single person that is in a war zone and affected at this time, and keep sending light and send peace. Visualize peace. Keep visualizing the end result that you want, but know that all this destruction is all coming to the surface to be healed and to bring more light to the planet. And just know that the universe is always protecting us and guiding us, and that they just keep focusing on the end result and the big picture, that we are creating the new earth, but we have to go through this destructive old world that's all being stirred up right now, watching it crumble. And I know it's uncomfortable, but just keep having faith and trust that we are creating the new earth, and we are co-creating with the universe, and just keep focusing on the end result of heaven on earth. And that's again what I teach. It's like you can choose misery, and get caught up in all the trauma and the chaos and all the drama, or you've got heaven on earth where you regain your joy, you wake up excited every single day and go, wow, I love my life. I have the best life and I am so grateful. And the more you can keep coming home to your heart and feeling gratitude in your heart, that is what will help you at this time. I also recommend keep grounding. I keep talking about this every week. Make sure you ground, especially with all the turbulent, intense energies right now. Keep grounding, connect with nature, do whatever you can to ground. And if that means going on a hike, or go hug a tree, or sitting on the grass, or standing bare feet on the grass, or having an Epsom salts bath, or uh, doing art therapy, or any kind of creative things with your hands, like pottery, and where you're just truly just connecting to the earth, as well as gardening is another great way to ground as well. Drink lots of water at this time as we're cleansing, but you can also swim in water if you're at the ocean, or at a lake, or a river, or just even when you're in the shower, just cleanse. And that also, you can have a um, bath shower, whatever it is, but do it intentionally as you're cleansing your auric field every single day, because the energy is very intense. And just keep feeling into what self-care practices do you require at this particular time. And each day it may be different. And each day, like on Friday night, I went to the Curtain mantras, and that's not something I do every week or even often, but it was nice just to listen to those mantras, and it was really beautiful, because what sound does, the sound vibration radiates through every cell in your body, and it uplifts your energy. So any sound therapy, even listening to the any of the Hertz music, or the Solfeggio music, the Sherman's resonance music, it's all free on YouTube. And what you can do is play this throughout the night while you're sleeping. Many years ago, before YouTube had all the videos, I used to play classical music while I slept. So any type of high vibration classical music is good just to play. And so I used to use like an old radio, and the radio they just kept playing classical music. Whereas nowadays with YouTube, you can actually find a live video that just keeps streaming over and over. So find something that resonates with you, that helps you to move through this time. And also journal on any inner child trauma that's coming up for you, and be very aware of your feelings and emotions, and also the triggers and what's coming up for you. But know that through this time of self-discovery, it's like you're transmuting the energy into love, and you are vibrating more love and light out into the world as you do your inner work. And so this is about you taking responsibility for yourself, and doing these daily practices. Okay, so I hope that helps. What else? So yeah, look at any emotional attachments that you have at this time. Keep releasing and healing those. This is about healing family trauma, childhood trauma, doing the inner child work. and really opening up to the new. So you've got to turn inwards in order to recharge the new. And for this is a potent, powerful, exciting time as you step into the new version of you. So you're really going through that transformation and the shedding of the snake skin. And this year, 2025, is all about change. It's all about transformation. So go with it, flow with it, and trust that the universe has your back. And just keep asking spirit, please show me, please guide me, please teach me. And listen to what messages they have for you. Keep listening to your soul, listening to your higher self, listening to source energy, because when you can clear up any of those blockages, the end result is more love, more joy, more abundance, and great fortune. Jupiter and Cancer is all about abundance and prosperity. We talked about that a few weeks ago. You can jump on and find that video episode from a few weeks ago with Cancer and Jupiter. Okay, I'm going to choose a angel card and for this subject. So when you're writing out your new moon goals, be aware of the emotions, but actually keep aligning to your vision and your dream and asking, is this for my highest good and destiny, or is it just an ego, ego based that I want this? Because what will that do for you once you have that thing or have that end result? So keep being honest with yourself and just asking, why do I want that thing? Okay, the card that jumped out is friendship and union. Oh my God, it's a beautiful card. Look at the picture of that. Sorry, I'm going to turn my video off, and there you go. Can you see that? It's a beautiful card. This is two souls and the union of two souls. And this is all about, healing those relationships, especially family members, your biological family as well as your soul family, but healing the relationship with yourself, and then healing the relationship with others, and really tapping into, are they for your highest good and destiny? Are they enhancing your life in a positive way, or are they draining your energy? And only you can answer that. Again, when we looked into, this is about parenting yourself. So if you're giving and giving, or feeling that, guilt and manipulation and the codependency that you may feel in some relationships that are not healthy, especially codependent relationships, that's what you're healing right now. Okay, so friendships and other connections are important now, and there's a strengthening in your bonds with others and your capacity to know who your people are. So this is about really trusting who is meant to stay in your life, either a friendship or in any relationship. Because if you felt left out recently or have been wondering if you can trust those around you, angels are giving you clear insights and information to help. Don't concern yourself about any relationships or friendships that have been fading into the background. What's important is that your vibration and energy will attract friends with whom you can be yourself and who can mirror back to you who you are. If there's something missing in a particularly important friendship, know that your angel guide is inviting you to ask yourself, what is missing here and how can I supply it? So that's a journal question for you. If you feel that you're struggling to make friends or you don't know who your friends are, invite your angels to assist you in making connections with those who can share and receive in a loving, balanced way. Your angel friends are ready to help you form incredible unions. So just trust that you're being guided. The angels are guiding you and also orchestrating. The universe is constantly orchestrating and sending people, resources, events, circumstances, situations into your life because you called it in. So again, be very clear about your intentions for this new moon. And then what the universe does is rearranges everything and orchestrates everything so that everything that is for your highest good and destiny, you will attract that. And that's where everything always works out for you, and trust that. So it's about you coming into alignment with you and then projecting out, this is what I asked for, this is my dream, this is my vision, and visualize the outcome, the end result that you choose, and then being very intentional about putting that positive energy, but getting excited about the end result. How does that feel now that you've achieved that? And what is new and different in your life now that you have received that thing, achieved that result, achieve the maybe the promotion or the relationship or whatever the circumstance is. How does it feel now? And feel those feelings. So when you're writing out your new moon goals, actually write a whole story about how it feels and what's new and different in your life now that you've achieved it. Okay, I go into more of that in the new moon manifestation course, and you can do that process. It's really powerful and something I've been teaching for many years now, or decades. So every new moon is about laying the foundation, planting the seeds for your new beginnings. But just this new moon, the new beginnings are so expansive because of the alignment of the planets. Okay. And I'm going to choose another card from the spirit line, though, or also just another invitation to join me for the Ben Method Academy. So each week we get to have conversations on different topics and also what the questions everyone brings in this private group just is perfect and divine timing for everyone in the group, because that's again how it all works out. The universe will send the right people. So if you are getting a nudge, if you are curious, if you're feeling to take inspired action, follow that feeling and apply on the website. It's lindaben.com, and just click on the Ben Method Academy, and let's have a conversation. Okay, so I'm going to choose a card from the Spirit Light Oracle, and on the new moon in Cancer and the huge big Jupiter moon as well, the new beginnings and fresh new start for us. What is another card, another confirmation? The inner oracle, and that really sums up you are the channel and the deja vu and self-fulfilling prophecy. So again, do your inner work. Okay, so receiving the knowledge and wisdom that is offered from deep illumination can often be prophetic and life affirming, and will help you to know you are on the right path. Powerful realizations, prophetic visions, past life memories, and soul connections are triggered by the oracle that is centered deep within you. The wisdom of the inner oracle is often buried within, and discovering its presence illuminates past mistakes, bad choices, and ego-based relationships with yourself and others. Revealing this connection can trigger internal defenses, making it difficult to maintain a solid connection to the intelligence of your oracle. Dedicated to illuminate the earth, Lord Lanto asks you to learn and grow your inner oracle with discussion, seeing the world with eyes of wisdom and acknowledging that you are still a student learning in the great cycle of life. Accepting possible errors and judgments allows your consciousness to adapt, redirecting energy to a new outcome. Holding the flame of illumination on the second ray, Ascension Master Lord Lanto encourages you to become closer to your sense of knowing, exploring your psychic self and intuition as you examine previous signs and events where deja vu has been experienced. Sudden realizations will occur now. Having the courage to openly accept them is what initiates the act of enlightenment. And the master's message is mastery is the key to self-success, and discipline your mind. And also know that the ascended masters and all our helpers in spirit are all helping you through this process of transformation and rebirth right now. So again, trust. The affirmation for you, and you can write this down, is I am constantly learning. I illuminate my presence with each lesson. And the crystal is labradorite. So actually, I'll show you what labradorite looks like. Oh, sorry. No, I won't. I'm plugged in, and I'll show you next time. I'll have it ready. But it's setting up. Actually, those on YouTube can, I mean, on Insta can actually see my big chunk of labradorite next to the Buddha up there. So anyway, I will love and leave you for now. And again, I invite you to the Ben Method Academy. Come join me for the next intake on the 8th of the 8th for the Lionsgate portal. Very exciting. And I wish you a magical new moon. Go and create those miracles and those magical moments and everything that you deserve in your life for your dreams, your vision. Keep bringing that, radiating that out and attracting that in, and trust that the universe has got your back and everything always works out for you. So sending you much love, many blessings, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday. Bye for now.